countless champions have been crowned throughout the history of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! But what about the underdogs, the dark horses, the decks that upon first glance make you question everything you thought you knew about the game? In this series, both MBT and myself will be showcasing some of Yu-Gi-Oh's wackiest unsung heroes. Each episode will feature new decks, new strategies, and the results will be unpredictable. You've seen the history of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but this is the history of Jank. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
A couple of months on my own channel, I made a video about a series of cards that were undeniably broken, provided they did not support terrible archetypes. One of these was the Ursartic Continuous spell, which allows you to draw up to 7 times a turn. Would you be shocked to know that's not the first time Yu-Gi-Oh! Has had a card like that? Presenting Xyz Change Tactics Utopia. Now you might be asking yourself, Joseph, I know that it's 2015, but certainly we can do better than the first Xyz ever printed. And you'd be absolutely right. One thing that might sweeten the pot a little bit is, what if doing that allowed you to draw your whole deck? Such is the theory behind Xyz Change Tactics Utopia. The concept here is that Xyz Change Tactics is a continuous spell that allows you, when a Utopia is summoned to your side of the field, to pay 500 life points to draw a card. You can chain a whole bunch of Utopia summons together because Utopia has a bunch of individual rank up monsters. Utopia Ray, Utopia Beyond, and the Chaos Utopia cards. Those can be accessed via rank up Magic Barion's Force, rank down Magic Numeron Fall, and rank up Magic Astral Force. Effectively, if you can continue to draw rank up spells, you can keep drawing with Xyz Change Tactics. In theory, you should be able to draw the entirety of your deck in one fell swoop, similar to Tethys Control from just a few formats earlier. In practice, you are likely just making a rank 4 and losing on the spot, because this is the same format that features Cleafort, Burning Abyss, and Shadow. That said, we're going to try our best. Utopia might not be much to look at, but a lot of his associated monsters are. Utopia Beyond, for instance, was played for a short period of time in Virtual World as a rank 6 that turns all your opponent's monsters to 0 for easy OTKs. The Chaos Utopias aren't actually bad, and in scenarios where you don't have access to Xyz Change Tactics and therefore a bunch of draws off Utopia, Castel, Giant Hand, and Exciton are still pretty good rank 4s, especially for the time period. Let's go through the individual cards, but I'll warn you, they're not exciting. A bunch of cards that facilitate 4s, we're talking about Photon Thrasher, Summoner Monk, Zephyros the Elite, Goblinberg, Star Drawing, and because we're playing light monsters, Honest. We are playing Kages to Kages, Dust to Dust, and of course ZW Asura Strike. This is a Zexal weapon, and hopefully we will get to see it activated, though don't hold your breath. 3 Generation Force searches our 3 Xyz Change Tactics, then some Rums, rank up Magic Astral Force, rank down Magic Numeron Fall, and rank up Magic Barion's Force allow you to pivot between ranks of different Utopia monsters. Stoic Challenge allows you to finally OTK when all your opponent's monsters are set to 0, and Foolish Burial, Snatch Steal, Instant Fusion, and Reinforcement of the Army are just generally good. In the side, we've got Flying Seas, Max Seas, Dark Holes, Raigeki, Triple Mystical Space Typhoon, and Defusion, and in the extra, we've got number 39, number C39, Evil Swarm Exciton Knight, Utopia Beyond, Utopia Ray Victory, Utopia Ray and Castel, Giant Hand, Chaos Giant Hand, and Carbon Alla Warrior. I'm excited to show this archetype off to bring Utopia to the masses, but realistically, I think it's probably not going to turn out too good. Here's Alex with the last deck we'll be examining from this format until we pivot into World Superstars.
Damn, I love Skull Servants. I mean, if anytime we're not in the Jank tank, I can't complain. But that episode was great. I actually really love that deck. This episode, however, not feeling too good. My track record with Quasar decks is not particularly strong. I think I still have yet to even summon Quasar because admittedly, I do not know the lines very well, but I feel better with this episode, mainly because I feel like this deck is actually more ideal for a Quasar deck. I feel like prior to like around this time, the Quasar decks like had the ability to combo into Quasar, but typically if you didn't have the ability to do that, you're sort of playing this like slower control deck that just had like the ability to make Quasar, right? Where now
this is like the all-in turbo mega Quasar strategy that I remember. And again, if I can count to 12, we'll see. But I feel like we have a lot of the tools here to be able to actually do so. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is Jank Doppel Quasar Turbo. This deck actually has multiple tops for this time in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. And so I'm excited to see how this one plays out. Let's do the card by card. So obviously we have Dandelion, because this card is still absurd. We have triple Doppel Warrior, which is like kind of like Dandelion Light, right? You can't really complain because this just gives you more tokens to sync off with. We have a Glow Up Bulb. We have triple Jet Synchron. I think this card is new actually for this time, but this card does a lot for the deck. So if it's sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can add a junk monster from your deck to your hand. And if this card's in your graveyard, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use one Jet Synchron effect per turn, and only once that turn, which is important. But I think I like the second effect better than the first, primarily because I remember with playing like Eldritch, they'd play Jet Synchron because the card was crazy. I think it was actually banned at one point, or limited. In any case, this does a lot because a lot of the cards in your hand don't really do a whole lot, and you want to get them into the graveyard. You want Bulb into the grave. You want Dandy into the grave. You want Level Eater into the grave. You even want stuff in the grave like Quillbolt Hedgehog, or like just some things to start comboing off with like Junk Synchron, right? And so this sort of like fixes the problem of like getting your hand filled with all these cards that don't do a ton. And I really like that even if you only get one pitch. I feel like that one pitch actually gets a lot enabled for the strategy. Same thing with like Quick Draw, but we just needed like more Quick Draw like effects. And that's where Jet Synchron I think really excels. It's also level 1, which means paired with any of the level 1, you know, non-tuners and tokens, you can make Formula Synchron a lot more easily. We've got 3 Junk Synchron because obviously this is like one of the best cards for the deck. Triple Level Eater as well. This being a level 1 is just invaluable for the deck strategy. Mathematician's great because again, getting cards into the graveyard is important. I sort of value stuff like Jet Synchron and Quick Draw a little bit more because you get to pick the card in your hand. Mathematician's fine because you can send any card from the deck, but these are extenders where this wastes your normal. Then we have 3 Quick Draw, 3 Quillbolt, and an Unknown Synchron. For the spells, we have Foolish, 1-for-1, Triple Rhoda, a Soul Charge, Triple Tuning, and then we've just got some support stuff like Triple Maxi, Triple MST, and a Snatch Steal. The extra deck has a ton of stuff like Excel Synchron. This is a level 5 tuner, as a matter of fact, and can actually modulate its level by sending a Synchron monster from your deck to the grave, which is good because if you haven't already gone through your Jet Synchron, this is a way to actually access it. We have a Drill Warrior, we have Herald, we have Jet Warrior, which is actually a sick card. I love the way this card looks. Road Warrior, a Shooting Quasar Dragon, of course. That's the namesake of the deck. TG Hyper Librarian. I'm pretty sure this card was still limited. Otherwise, I don't see why we wouldn't play more. Trish, we got triple Formula because it's not hard to go into triple of this. Mistbird Clausulus is just like a level 3 synchro we can make. So that's the only reason this is really here. It just helps with the level. Same thing with like Armades. Shooting Star Dragon is, of course, important, as well as Black Rose Dragon for nuking the board if we find ourselves in that situation. And then the side, we got triple Flying Sea, double Dark Hole Regeki, Book of Moon, double Diffusion, triple Book of Eclipse, and triple Night Beam to make sure we can go off. So I'm excited. I think we are going to summon Quasar this time. This is like Quasar or bust, or I guess it's synchro or bust. And I really want to actually just do what the deck is intended to do for once. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Oh boy, Joseph, here we are once again. History of Jank, and 2 great ones, as a matter of fact. I don't even know what to say anymore. These decks are like actually, well, let me correct myself. My deck is actually sort of playable. Your deck, on the other hand, is something.
What are you talking about? I think it's a really good one. I think I'm going to do very well with it. I think that you're going to find out that Xyz Change Tactics is not a once per turn.
Xyz Change Tactics, to be fair, I remember, I think I was at Locals the first time someone ever played that card against me, and I had to reread it like 3 times. I'm like, there's no way this card lets you do this. And yeah, it does. The problem is the deck still sucks. Problem is, I need to make sure I can actually play my deck properly.
Yeah.
And if that's guaranteed not to happen. So I'm probably in the tank next episode. In any case, shout out to patron Charles Businger. Thank you for the support. Joseph, do you have the hand up, my friend?
Yes.
I rolled a 4 for the number of stars on your Utopia.
Big surprise. I also picked 4.
Who would have guessed? All right, you go first. And that's great because that means you get to draw
You're
like
making
900
me go
cards and
first?
having no interaction. Oh, did I pick for you? I'm sorry. I wanted to go first.
Oh,
Excuse
I bet you do. Yeah, I was going to say. All right, well, let's see what we got.
Best of
Oh
luck,
my
buddy.
God. You're lucky that I didn't go first. This is incredible.
We will go standby main.
Yep.
I'm going to have to think about how we want to do this.
Me looking at a hand with a level leader in it. Oh, dang.
Okay, well, I think we're always starting with Rhoda.
I bet you are. That's fine.
Yeah, no surprise there. We're going to grab the one and only Mr. Doppel Warrior.
Okay.
Okay, so the problem with this deck is that it's just too good, and I'm going to show you why. You ready?
Yes.
We're going to set 1 and set 2.
Dude, this deck is a banger. All right, stand by main.
I will let you know if I'm not dead here. I think I'm in a good position.
I mean, that set card better be really good because I think you're dead. We'll special Photon Thrasher.
Sure. Maybe I should have set anything, but I think I had to. That's fine.
Normal star drawing, baby.
Yeah, I love star drawing.
Me
Great
too.
star drawing fan.
Me too. Anything here?
No, I do not have anything.
All right, it's Utopia time, baby.
Does he
Utopia
have it?
effect to draw a
What
card.
effect? Without change tactics? This is a great deck.
This is
Great
the
deck.
star drawing.
Oh, yeah, star drawing. I forgot. Yeah, you're good.
Oh! It's okay. I activate Generation Fuck!
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep.
And let me just think real quick about what I want to add.
I wonder which card you want
I'm gonna grab
here.
this one. I'm gonna grab this one.
Interesting.
All right.
Sure.
I activate Xyz Change Tactics.
Yeah. Do you have multiple?
No.
Oh, no. You can only control one anyway,
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter.
thank God, by the way. All right, so we are going to go into number C39, Utopia Ray.
And are you going to activate your change tactic?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. We'll take 5 here.
And I will MST.
You are such an asshole.
Put this back. Put this back.
God. You fucking loser. How could you do this to me?
You said that back row better be good. It's good, buddy.
It was
Where's your change tactics now?
I'm going to walk into Doppel. You've got Junk Warrior in hand, and I just lose. All right. What if I just... No, it doesn't matter. I'm like, what if I just leave it? Let's see if there's something else I can do. There's a lot of Utopia monsters. I don't really know what any of them do. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. All right. We're learning a lot here. All right, let's just go to combat. We'll attack.
Sure. It is Jet Synchron. This card is out now.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
We'll draw.
I literally was going to draw 14 cards. I'm so bad.
I bet you were. I bet you were. Okay. Now I think I'm able to do something. So I'm going to start by activating the effect of Jet Synchron. I'm going to pitch Dandelion.
Seems okay.
Seems fine, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to have Dandelion, and we're also going to have Doppel Warrior hit the field as well, since a monster is special summoned from the graveyard. Mm-hmm. That fine?
Sir, actually, Dandelion is Chainlink 1 as a mandatory effect, which means Doppel Warrior misses timing. That's not true.
Is that
no, for those of you,
about to say.
For those of you in the audience, that's not true. It met its activation timing. All right, that's not how this works.
And if so, otherwise, I will eat it by the comments like I usually do. All right, next step. Unfortunately, this Jet Synchron doesn't get a ton of value, but I think we're fine. Let's go ahead and we've got what, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could go into our good old friend Hyper Librarian. Thinking if I want to just go to Formula first, potentially. Actually, I lied. Because now I don't have the zones. Okay, we'll stay here.
Ooh, you enjoying that
zones.
Master Rule 3, buddy?
It's great. It's great. Okay. So I think for our next trick... God, I want to, like, retain some of these things on the field. There's just too much the deck can do. It's just, I can do everything. I think I need some board space, so let's just sync all these off.
Okay.
We'll go Hyper Librarian.
Yep.
We'll go Doppel Warrior. We'll get our tokens.
Yep.
Then we're gonna go Foolish. I'm gonna dump Bulb here.
Yeah.
Bulb effect. Bring it out. Special another Doppel Warrior.
No shit, that's not once per turn. Oh.
It doesn't say it. These tokens should be an attack, by the way. I should probably do that.
Sure.
We're going to go Bulb and Token that is level 1 for another Formula. Speaking of cards that aren't once per turn.
Yep.
We'll go Formula and Librarian to draw 2.
Yep.
That is hilarious. Oh, my God. I mean, I have it here. It's just a matter of how far I actually want to go. God, every time I sync something off, I just get, like, more things. That's crazy. Normal Junk Synchron. No effect.
We didn't normal?
I haven't normaled yet.
Okay,
No.
Yep.
We will go Doppel and Junk Synchron for Armades.
Whatever it takes, buckaroo.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Hyper Librarian will draw a card. And then this is the requirements for Quasar. I finally did it after 900 episodes.
There he is.
And then we'll snatch your Utopia Ray.
Oh, I'm dead. I am actually dead.
You are actually dead.
Oh,
yeah.
man. All right.
Unless you have
okay.
something.
I don't. Yeah, you got it.
Woohoo! We did it! Finally!
MST saved your life that time. You were so
It did.
dead 6
It
ways
wasn't like the
from
last
Sunday.
episode where I forgot to set it.
Oh no. No, not like this.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way you're just passing. Okay. I mean, you could have, like, anything to stop me, I suppose. So I guess we'll try it. Let's go mathematician effect.
Yes.
We're going to dump. I'm going to go bulb. Bulb's a bit safe. I feel like I just sort of have to go for it. So we'll go quick draw synchron, send jet.
Oh, buddy. Yeah.
We're going to go jet effect, send level eater.
Oh my god.
And then trigger Doppel warrior.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to it now. I'm going to level eat off of the quick draw.
Uh-huh.
Then we're going to go jet level eater for formula.
Yep.
Draw one. It's pretty good. We're going to let's go quick draw and Doppel for drill warrior. That is 6. We'll use Doppel. We'll get some tokens. We'll go formula and math for hyper librarian. If I can find it. There it is. We'll go bulb effect. Okay, it's another math. Doesn't do anything for us. Get the bulb. We'll go this and this for another formula. We'll go 1, 2. We will level eat off of the drill warrior to make him a 5.
Yep.
And then this is Quasar.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And that should be the end of the game, I think.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
No shot. What was your hand?
No monsters. I have Rhoda, but no way to get to 2 guys.
I see. Solid deck. Would you like to try for the game?
Yes. Yes, I would. Okay, I'm starting to think that maybe this deck isn't particularly good.
I remember this deck being crazy, so I don't know. Maybe you're just bricking and getting unlucky. Or MST is just the greatest card ever printed.
Okay, this is our best shot yet. This is our best shot yet. Rhoda.
Okay.
We'll grab Photon Thrasher.
Sure.
Special.
That's fine.
Star drawing.
Okay. All right. You're getting somewhere.
No, I am not, because I don't have access to Xyz's change tactics. So I can go Utopia, hope to draw tactics, or I can go Giant Hand, which at least negates something. But I think that just doesn't do enough against you. I'm going to try Utopia. All right.
Let's see you get the draw.
That is not Xyz's change tactics. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a good deck.
It is. It is a
deck.
good deck for sure.
It's fantastic. All right. I also have a Rhoda. I guess I'll grab... I don't fucking know. Sure. Grab a Doppel warrior. Why not?
Yeah.
We'll go math effect. We'll dump our good old friend Jet Synchron. Jet does a lot for this deck. It's kind of crazy.
It does, yes.
We'll go Jet pitching Dandy. We will do a lot of things here. So we get some Dandy tokens. We get our Doppel warrior. And now we're at this position where we have a bunch of shit on the field. Let's go these 2. This gets banished. Go for formula. We'll draw one.
Yeah.
Then let's go... Don't have the Snatch Steal this time just to take care of Utopia. So I do have to actually kill that.
Well, you really just have to make it to Quasar.
Let's go formula, Doppel, and the token for Hyper Librarian. We will trigger the Doppel, get 2 tokens. We'll go Foolish for Bulb. Do I want Bulb? Yeah, Jet Synchron, unfortunately, actually has restrictions on it. So we'll go Bulb. We'll go Bulb Effect. We'll go Bulb and a token for another formula. We'll draw 2. And now I think we've sort of hit a bit of a problem here. The problem we hit is I don't have another tuner, it seems.
Well.
Yeah.
Mr. Synchro ran out of tuners.
We did. We'll make the best of it. Let's go these 2 for Excel.
Yeah.
Draw off the Hyper Librarian. We'll go Excel Synchron effect. I don't know if there's a Synchron that I want to dump besides Jets that really does anything. There is not. I guess I will just get this out of here, I suppose. It'll reduces level. Really just hoping that I draw like one particular card to get out of this, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. I don't think I will use the Excel Synchron. Let's just sync it off with the token. We'll go for... We can't go for Drill Warrior. I lied. I will send something lowers level by 1. We'll just summon Armades. So we'll dump the
Sure.
We'll draw off the Hyper Librarian. And if we had a way to get to Formula here, we'd be fine. We've already just specialed everything. So that sucks. This is what? A shit ton of damage. You've got 1,000,000 cards. Fuck it. I'll take him.
Yeah.
It's not game, unfortunately. It's pretty close, though.
Really limits my Xyz change tactics, I gotta tell you.
That was the idea. That was the idea. I am done. Go ahead.
Stand by me.
Yep, you get your 1,000 from Snatch. So you get a few.
Ooh, smunk. All right. Shit.
The deck's like all spells, so I imagine you have a target for this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just deciding what it is. Sorry. All right. Smunk, I'm gonna pitch Stoic Challenge. Good?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, we're gonna get a star drawing.
Sure.
Make a Utopia, baby.
Go for it.
Star drawing effect.
Get your draw.
It's just what I needed. Behold, Alex, I rank up magic asshole force.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna make sometimes, Alex, to be the strength of Utopia, you have to go beyond. All right.
Okay, I'm down. Does this even work? 2 ranks. Yeah, 2 ranks. It works. It works.
I'm gonna decrease the attack of all monsters you control to 0. All right. Well, that was cool. All right. Like I said the first time, sometimes to go up, you gotta go down. We're going to the monster I was always gonna make, number C39, Utopia Ray V.
How many of these guys are there?
The whole fucking extra deck is these assholes. All right. This lets me, if I have a Utopia's material, detach a material from this card, target a monster your opponent controls, and destroy it. So we will detach Star Drawing to pop Utopia.
That makes sense, because that stops your entire deck from functioning. That's
okay,
fine.
You know what's also really cool is that now you take damage equal to the attack that monster had on the field.
Okay, so that was 2,500.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Because of Utopia Beyond, it was actually 0.
Oh.
This is the best deck ever made. But it won't matter when I take the Stoic Challenge.
This is the first time we're seeing this card.
Well, I discarded one of them. All right, so this is going to give my monster 600 attack for each Xyz material that it has. So here it's
3.
18. And then if it deals battle damage from a battle involving your monster, it's doubled. Okay. So it's going to be a 4,300 attack point monster that deals double damage.
Into a 0 attack monster. So basically, I'm dead.
I'm going to try it. I mean...
I'm dead. You got it. After a very long-winded Dragon Ball Z-esque climactic ending.
This deck sucks balls. This is the worst deck I've ever played. Okay.
I'm crying from laughing so hard for what it's worth. So I mean, at least it's good for the entertainment factor.
No, this is not a good deck. No, the concept here is, you play almost exclusively rank ups and rank downs. So if you can land and Xyz change tactics, which is not actually super hard to do, you can draw your entire deck. Like, that's the theory. And then you can make a big-ass Utopia. Unfortunately, that doesn't necessarily win the game, because it's not like there's, like, a Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief at the end of this line. You're just left on, like, a Utopia Ray victory with, like, 15 materials, which is cool, but it doesn't do anything. This deck's also in a weird position in that it loses to, obviously, shit like Maxi, but it also loses to, as you saw in Game 1, spell trap removal. I think the best you can kind of hope for is what we did in Game 3. You get to Beyond, and then you Stoic Challenge a guy to deal double double damage and win, but it doesn't happen very often. Your deck
What
has tops.
It does. I mean, what we'll say about Xyz's change tactics is that it's an interesting card in and of that you see it and it makes you think, right? It makes you think about like, okay, this isn't a once per turn. If I'm able to come up with some crazy combo involving this, I can just go off and be the cool Johnny at locals that does like the fun thing like you got to do in game 3, right? And like that's okay. Like that's perfectly fine if it ends up playing out that way. The problem is in practice, it's just it sort of falls apart. There's also the issue that we saw in game 2 with your deck that you just open an entirely unplayable hand of rank up magics and nothing else, and then you just literally lose the game. It's pure cope, but it's fun at least. It's very anime inspired, so we'll give it that.
I was excited when the new Utopia stuff came out. But it turns out, like, even in the new deck, Xyz's change tactics just doesn't make the cut.
Yeah, this deck is actually a good deck, which is unfortunate for you because it just, like, it was really hard for you to have much of a chance because not only was there, like, no way for you to really interact with me, there was no way for... It was almost like as long as I could get to Quasar, I was going to be able to get there. And I'm sure that third game I probably could have if I knew what the fuck I was doing. For anyone watching this, I've never played this deck before. I have no idea. I had to freelance all the combos, figure it out, and we eventually...
It kind of worked out.
It kind of worked out. Joseph sat there for like 20 minutes while I was fumbling through all these combos, but it's okay. I realize I've played multiple Quasar variants in history of Jank. And once we get to this point, this is the first point I feel like this deck is actually cohesive. The other versions I felt like were, if you have like the 2 or 3 card Quasar combo, you go for it. Otherwise, you're just playing like a control deck. This is like all in. We're playing as many extenders as humanly possible, and it probably has like a 90% success rate to get to Quasar just because it just keeps going. Like everything just synergizes with everything else. I mean, your board always has like 5 monster zones occupied. Once you get to a position that Hyper Librarian's on the field, which I think is limited still at this point, you're just drawing like your entire deck, similar to like with change tactics, except the deck isn't terrible by comparison. Just a phenomenal deck, and honestly, I can see why this deck actually has tops. It makes sense.
Quasar is an incredibly powerful monster, obviously kind of difficult to get through the sticky board states that this format was kind of characteristic for, which is why it wasn't a top-tier contender. But yeah, no, we did like the Pink Reaper, Naturia Cherries crap on History of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but this is the first time that it's like, no, you are making Quasar with every single hand in this deck.
And it wouldn't be like a surprise either that even if you get Max Seed while you're doing this combo, I could see you decking your opponent out. Like, this deck special summons like no other. It's absurd. So I'm glad we got to show it off. We're probably not going to really show it off anymore because I think this is like the peak for this deck, but it's History of Jank, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone else has a list for it.
And this concludes our Duelist Alliance Secret Forces stuff, right? We're now going to move into another set release.
Oh, we're going to move into the set release that people have all been waiting for. If there's a set that's filled with jank, it's this one, World Superstars! So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shoutouts to Shao1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron L. Smith, Pony Stark, The Synchro Guy, Phoenix the Immortal, Dan the Man Hoban, Draconic, Jordan Coons, Little Fade Leaf, Chris Hood, Dylan Hunter, Cody Bretz, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Flannel Daddy, Dalton, Inuno Taisho, Thanks for the Sleeves Dad, Max, Twinkle Muncher, Matthew Brady. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Simo's Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MBT canceled by all community soon, canceled by all committee soon, canceled by all players soon, Corvain, Gray9, and Micah Pierce. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.